right now, and it's hilarious
Right.
that this is the first time you're on our air, Aaron.
Thank you.
As your daughter is leading the round robin of the mixed. I'm looking at this sheet earlier, and I said, "Wait, I didn't think Aaron was playing this event." And I'm just so used to seeing your name that now we have Avery Silverstein in the top spot. Congratulations so far.
Thank you. I'm very proud of her, how she's done so far. She's doing great. It's nice to see a 15 and a 16-year-old on the top team
Yeah, for sure.
for now.
And our third guest here, Josh Don, is just a bit over 16. Young gentleman from the Vegas area that everyone recognizes. What's up, J Don?
Mike, I'll tell you, when I was 16, I wouldn't have been on the top of anything. So they embarrassed me.
Well, it's funny that you two. I don't know if you know it, Aaron. I've known Josh for longer than almost anybody in the bridge world. He used to play bridge at my father's club. And for those of you that don't know, Aaron, you've probably heard me talk about him before, but I would say I'm going to say you're my mentor or one of my mentors from New York, Aaron, just because I want to make sure there's an age distinction between us.
Yes, I am much, much, much older than you.
Yes, yeah, much older and only a little bit wiser, which is amazing. I've caught up so quickly.
It's funny
Yeah,
we were
well,
saying that. I
consider.
think you've known me since I was 16, actually.
Probably,
For
yeah.
real.
Yeah, exactly. At least there. So, guys, what we're doing for the round robin is we're just going to dip into a little bit of the action from the day, talk about some of the hands that might have been interesting or at least had a lot of wild imp swings. And then we might dip into some of the live action. We're going to do this just for 2 days for the round robin, and then we'll dig in a little deeper as we go deeper into the event. So let's jump in, guys. This was the first hand I looked at, and let me just decrease the size of my screen so we can fit it on the screen here. Here we go. All right, so take a look at this board, and we're just going to jump in to the east chair here. Take a look at that hand. Uh, what's your pleasure with this, guys? Do you have system to handle a hand that is just this ridiculous, or do you just open two clubs and just bid a slam very quickly?
That's basically what you're going to do. You're going to open two clubs. You're going to try to bid spades. You're going to try to bid clubs. If you can get a raise, maybe you'll exclusion.
Yeah.
If you can't, you're probably just going to bid six clubs at some point.
Do you wish you were playing
Yeah,
precision when you see this hand?
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it's just
doesn't
gonna
matter.
blast you if you
It's
open a club, right?
So
I like a camp blast.
this was just a wacky hand basically, and almost every pair found their way to either six spades or some other slam. But
I
this
think
was
every pair but one got to six spades, and there was one pair who managed to make it to six clubs.
yeah, and that also works amazingly, right? Just
Yes.
Yeah,
because clubs are 3-3, but you're sweating you're sweating quite a bit on your loose imps there. But that was the strongest hand I've seen all trials actually right here. I haven't seen
there's an
too
important
many
thing about a
stronger.
hand like this, which is okay. You know what you other than finding the better suit, you know if you were gonna bid seven, you need that ace of hearts, right? If they
Yeah.
force me to guess, of course I'll just bid like spades and then six clubs and let partner pick one. If
Yeah.
I had room to investigate, I would investigate more slowly. Whereas suppose I had the singleton ace of hearts and my spades were like king, queen, jack, 10, 6. Now I might just like go one spade then six clubs, expecting partner to raise me with the ace of spades.
Gotcha.
Because
Gotcha.
but
Just
here
Right.
they don't know what ace of a red suit I would want, so they're not going to raise me with the ace of hearts.
yeah, understood.
Right.
And partner's always
So,
going to know
which
you
is
just have some freak hand for this sort of bidding. You expect to make it in some sort of wacky.
right. So what you, as I said, that's why you're hoping to bid two spades and then three clubs, catch a raise in one of your two suits, and then be able to jump to five diamonds exclusion.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me all your
That's
key
what you'd
cards
love to be
without
able to do.
the diamond suit.
Keep it without the ace of diamonds, but it usually doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly. You rarely get the perfect auction, and in fact, you saw a lot at all other tables when you open two clubs. You see the south hand getting in with two diamonds and a little bit more interference there. But let's step into another board. This one, I picked out just a lot of the boards that had imps flying around, and this was a hand that also belonged in slam from the north south cards. And you can see a lot of people playing hearts, but really diamonds is the place you wanted to be on this particular hand. And here, this is a pretty good match right here. You have the Rimsteads. I didn't know Kevin was hyphenating his name to add the Rimstead, but that's a surprise here. And then Stuart Rubenstein and Onam Taba. And it just goes two clubs by south, another two suited monster, two diamonds, three clubs, and then five now. What are your thoughts on that? Just
It's one thing that's interesting about this is over the 5 no bid, North doesn't bid 6 diamonds because they have 6 of them. Like if they had 3 diamonds and 6 hearts, they kind of also have to bid 6 diamonds because you don't know what suit partner's coming in, and one of them might be spades, right?
right.
So you wouldn't want partner to have diamonds and spades, and you bid 6 hearts, and then they go to 6 spades. So it's basically you bid like the way I phrase it is you bid the other than the opponent's suit, you ignore that, and then you bid the lowest one that isn't your worst suit.
Right.
So
I say it slightly differently, but the same thing.
Mhm.
You throw out one suit that you don't want to play, and you bid the lower of the other two.
Got it. Got
right,
it. So let's see how other people might have handled this. Two clubs, pass 2 diamonds, 3 clubs, double, which they had some sort of agreement, not discussed here. Okay, so just, hey, this is something I'm throwing out there. Gerber, joke. Okay. And then 4 diamonds, pass 7 diamonds. This is the one that went down, actually, I believe.
a little unlucky for
Just
Sandra
says no
because
play.
if her partner had just a doubleton heart,
Yeah, it's
you
just,
you have a
it's
really good
rolling,
play.
right? She's
Yeah,
unlucky that there's 3 hearts over there. You win a spade finesse, but you have nowhere to put your loser on this one. You just can only make 6. Uh,
right.
You have to hope you play a spades nest and they don't cover. It's your only shot,
yeah,
really.
right, exactly. And that only works at the club, I think. So let's dial
Hmm.
it back. See how some other people might handle it. So here, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 clubs. I mean, you can't blame them for wanting to get that club suit in there, right? They only have 8 of them. They find a nice 11 card fit with those cards, but they found their way to 4 hearts on this one. Oops.
They are red on white, so it's a little scary, but I certainly would bid my 8 card suit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
it might have raised as West too. Just it might help partner in the defense somehow.
I think
But
they
also, sometimes it just takes away their cubit, which actually sometimes makes a big difference.
right here. I
You know,
believe they stopped at 5 hearts also, and here you go. Yeah, here was a 3 club, 3 heart, 4 club, and now just 4 hearts.
the strong
So
diamond auction, by the way, the 1 diamond is like 1 club for precision players.
yeah, I forgot to note that. Yeah, I looked at that earlier. And I'm like, wait, what's this? Is this?
the one club is strongish, by the way. You have to remember the Dink and Diamond starts at 14.
Whoa, that's how they played. This is called the Dink and Diamond, huh? So wait, 1 club is 14 plus,
Yeah.
and 1 diamond is their like 17 plus hand.
No,
So
one diamond is 14 plus. One diamond is their 14 plus.
I see. I see. Okay.
One diamond strong. Everything else is less than
And
than.
did you say that Maya had never had never defended against a slam before? Did you say, or no one had bid a slam before
What
against
she
her?
commented is that so far everyone who's been slam against her today has gone down.
Oh, that's running pretty good. All right,
Yeah.
so
Uh,
let's
she
keep.
was trying to be modest because they're actually leading the cross M.
I know I saw that team's doing pretty well all over the place. Here was another one, guys. This was a.
Maya,
Sorry, go ahead,
go
Aaron.
ahead. I was saying, but so they were being modest about it. But yeah, this was a nice hint.
Yeah, this was interesting because this was a lot of swings around the event here. There were 3 no's, making, going down. This was a 3 no that made. Uh, let's take a look at. Did you say that your daughter played this hand quite well? Is this something we can
It
look
looked
at?
good. It looked like a nice line of play she took to me.
All right, let's take a look at it. Are you nervous right now just to rewatch this? To
Sure. Well, I know she's going to make it.
all right, exactly. You don't have to sweat it live, right? So
Nervous
here,
can you be? She's winning.
yeah, here's the live action. Here it goes heart, and she placed the ace here. Well, I saw some players on the same thing duck and then get a spade return, which is kind of interesting on this hand. It does set up some spade tricks for the opponents if they get that right, guys?
Yeah, that's the danger of ducking. And if you're West and there are 10 wins, your partner didn't underlead King, Queen, Jack in all likelihood. So you kind of know that the suit is just like what it is.
Right.
So it's very possible to switch to a spade. I mean, it's not a guaranteed play. Declare could have ace, king, third or something, but it's a real consideration to want to switch to a spade, and it's a danger of ducking the heart.
Yep. And
Right.
a lot of people saw this at the other table when they ducked the heart. They got a spade right back, and it was okay. Let's take a
No, but
little.
they're sort of in some. At least they had lucky spades are 5-2. If they're 4-3, it makes the position much more awkward.
Yeah, most of the ones that did well here actually did when the spade returned, they ducked and then or ducked and won and then took a club finesse basically. So here we see Avery playing low to the king. That's our source of tricks on this hand, and then low to the queen. What is the 10? What's the card combo, guys? What's the best way to play this in a vacuum? Not necessarily here, but just in general.
This is very slightly the best way to play it.
This
Yeah,
is.
you'd rather you can kind of just think of combinations like finessing, basically right when it's Jack fourth on declared right.
Yeah.
Playing for the drop is right when it's Jack third or doubleton on his left. So this is like very rough math. In fact, it's not math at all, but it's kind of something like 2 to 1. It's not quite that good for playing
Yeah.
for the drop over finessing, but there's two times major main times that it wins and one main time that it loses.
Got it.
Mhm. Obviously, the hand with four clubs, the more clubs that it has, the more likely to have the jack. So four card suits likely to have the jack, three card suits 50-50, two card suits less likely. But
Right. Right. But here,
it just adds up. What's sort of weird is if you change this combination very slightly, here you had ace, queen, 10, fifth, upset king, and one. If you make it ace, queen, fifth, upset king, 10 tight, it becomes percentage to play low to the 10.
got it.
You can't pick up the jack and ones then.
Right. So here she just kind of sets up her clubs and they get off to a spade switch here. No harm for her at this point. And now she just plays
Interesting she didn't
diamonds.
take her club while it was good.
Yeah. So, but she only has
She
8
didn't.
tricks at this point, right? So
See, so she ends up end playing East. Is that what happens here?
that's exactly what
And played east,
happens.
then ducked the queen, pitched the diamond on the diamond, and ducked the queen of hearts.
Neat. Check it out.
Play. She may have done better by not taking the club because East would have a chance to pitch one of the diamonds, which makes it a lot more complicated.
All right.
Yes.
That's right. Because now East can ditch the queen of diamonds, and now she's stuck with throwing West in, and
Yep.
there's a spade trick. Wow. So
Well, she could.
That's the reason she didn't take
She
it. I'd
could.
say fantastic play.
well done,
She
Avery.
actually said she was trying to end play him if he had two honors tight.
Yeah, very nice. And that's the way to
She,
make 3-0 on this end. You can see how complicated this was even with a heart lead. Without the spade switch. Let's see somebody. I believe here we might see a spade switch. Nope. Let's
Heart.
go to. Dig a little deeper. Let's find a 3-0 that's down one. I like these frequency spots here. You can see some here.
Ones who got a heart honor lead may have had a slightly easier time.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that was a win there. And here is okay. There's
he
a
got a
hard
heart lead, honor lead.
so
Right?
yeah, that's gonna help. Here, maybe a diamond lead on this one actually. Interesting.
Interesting. The diamond ducked. If she could find the switch to a heart, that would be very good for the defense. She'd just be
And
a step ahead.
there it is.
With a queen of hearts
Unfortunately,
because she was
hard
afraid of.
honor though. Yeah,
Queen is still complicated because
they still ducked it.
now, well, her partner dropped the 10 to try to unblock. So now Declare got to win the 9, but
Yeah.
it's still, yeah, he's just making now, isn't he? He can just go to dummy in the club and take his ace of diamonds and set up his club.
Yep. And
Mhm.
let's take a look. I think that's exactly what he did here. Yep. And
He doesn't even care if there's another diamond trick somewhere.
right. He's just taking
Yeah, I
a
can see why they
club
both did what they did. Emma played the Queen of Hearts, not knowing whether Declare had Ace King 10.
Yeah,
Then
right.
Adam dropped the 10. If she had like Queen Jack 9, she could continue more easily.
Right.
So they were both making a
Yeah, it
thoughtful
was a
play.
reasonable play, but
Right,
it
exactly.
didn't work out very well.
I think this might be the
Sure.
one where we saw this. Here we go. Here's a spade switch now. And now it
Yeah.
becomes just a little bit more dicey, but it ends up being okay because now they do take a club hook into the non-dangerous hand, they think, and it ends up working out quite well for them, I believe.
Well, where's the ninth trick?
Yeah, this is still not
Oh,
obvious.
good question. This might be one of the ones they went down one as well. Excuse me. So it goes diamond to the ace.
The diamond was a good play because if he didn't return a diamond, it could have ended up being like what Avery did.
Interesting.
I mean, depending.
He just asked a question and the claim was accepted for 8 tricks. So yeah, that you can see how that kind of disrupts the timing on the hand for sure.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the diamond return wasn't necessary, but it's a good defense when you can do that and separate the dummy from Declare's hand.
Here is a low heart lead and a win.
Like
And-
winning it, by the way. I just feel like the 9-7 are calling to me like if West has the 8 remaining or something, I can cover it and still have another stopper.
Right, or you can toss them in at the end like Avery did, and you got yourself a little end play. Beautiful. All right, so
Right.
that was a hand that saw a lot of things flying around, and same here. I'm
Yeah, what
flying
hole?
around here. This was board 29 in the
Queen.
4th round. Let's take a look.
Oh, yes.
You remember this, Aaron? Did you see this at all yet?
I saw a
I've
little
not
bit
seen
of
any
it.
hands, by the way. I
What's
haven't
that?
watched anything, so
Yeah,
coming in
same.
fresh.
I've only seen the hands I've been given.
Right. I just kind of looked at a bunch of hands where a lot of action was happening. Right. If it was just a bunch of pushes, I kind of skipped it, and I'm sure there might be all brilliance there, but I figured we'd see some of the big action of the day. And here, look at that. I was going to ask you guys, what do you think about that spade suit in the east hand? How many people do you think overcalled that suit? Club is spade, two diamonds,
Some of
two
each.
no, three no.
He stole their spade fit, maybe for better, maybe for worse.
Right, right. So here's a passer there. Linda Lewis. Migri was a spade bidder for sure. Uh, Pass by Cecilia, and let's keep going. I'm interested.
I mean, there are certainly reasons to pass, but the one reason I wouldn't pass is because I
Sure.
expect them to get the four spades, which I can double. That's pretty lucky.
Dan in there with a spade. So it looks like almost half and half, maybe a little less than half and half. Dave in with a spade. So yeah,
I would overcall a spade.
you would. Josh, used to.
I would tend to. I would always do it not vol, and vol I would still tend to. It doesn't look all that dangerous to me with some good spot cards now is working together.
Yeah. So this match, they played four spades doubled at the other table. So they were in four spades doubled for 790, and here they were just in a 3 no contract. And we saw a spade lead. And is there much to this after that? It doesn't look like it's super clear right from the beginning. You have four spade tricks.
It's,
You
you
know this
kind of
hand
just
is
gonna play ace and a diamond and try to set up your diamonds if
right, but
they're
you're just sitting there going, man, this is likely not to work based on the shape you see at the beginning. But then the minors are behaving quite nicely on this hand.
right. I mean,
So
you worry that they'll win it and play hearts or clubs and it'll work well for them, but you don't have a lot of choice. You got to set up something.
yeah, a spade contract isn't too bad because you just get to kind of cross rough the thing, right? Most of the way.
Yeah, you do get to cross off a whole bunch of things,
And here
which
it
is why
was.
a lot of people made four spades.
Yeah, king of hearts, ace of hearts, and now it's just like, okay, well,
You can see the three outside aces are three tricks, so you need seven trump tricks out of it.
yep. And
So
and we
once you get a few roughs, you can start roughing high. It shouldn't be too taxing.
Yeah, once you get one you get a
from
second.
this
Now you get a hard
from this
rough, and
point,
it's
you
over.
know you can make 10 tricks basically, right? You're gonna take four more. Sorry, not from this point. You need one more sneak in, and
Yeah, you've got this rough. Now you know you could rough all with high trumps. You wouldn't never rough this diamond low because it might be over roughed in the trump
exactly,
return.
and that's just devastating to this. And now you get the unfortunately for Linda, you get the unfortunate under trumping.
Yeah, I mean, if they
At
had roughed the
least you
third
didn't have to
diamond
do
low,
it
they would
for
have made five. You couldn't
yes,
really be
and
stopped.
that would have under trumped more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just the I mean, that's not really an under trump. That's just getting over trump. But yeah, that's just always the worst feeling. Let's take a look at one more before we play this night's edition of Let's Get Dirty. And I don't think I told Josh. We didn't tell you what that was. I don't think.
I'm
So
looking forward to it with the two of
won't
you.
you be surprised? so so this is another Avery hand here that we jumped into. This was a swing here, I believe, for the Derman team. Am I right? Did they make
It
four spades
was.
in
They
this
played
hand?
two diamonds.
Yeah, and it went a club, a heart, two spades, four spades. That looks that.
Yeah, I think you have
Well,
to give a little
a
credit
heart
to
was
West here for not bidding because a lot of the people who doubled four spades did it because West overcalled in this spot.
Right, because they just have an interesting idea of okay, they have some values, and I have five spades. There's probably not going to make it, and oops, not
this was a
working.
transfer ball auction, obviously. A club, a heart by South showing spades,
Yep,
two spades raised, four spades.
four spades and a minimum, and four spades. I've heard enough. All right,
I love
guys,
bidding in general, but I like West Pass. They're vulnerable, and you're not going to outbid the spades with the hearts. You don't want to encourage partner to double if they weren't going to double on their own.
and you can kind
So
of
I
see a
like it.
double coming too on an auction like this, right? Just the fact that they open a minor, you're gonna
You
hear
don't
a
think your partner
spade.
has five spades for their pass, but you do think they could have four spades,
Sure, sure.
and they might end up doubling.
Yeah, it's
Well,
nice to have one defensive trick when you overcall on the two level.
Yeah.
so here we go, guys. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get dirty. Let's bid a slam that we might not have a good idea how to make and show you how to make it. So this is a slam and with the north-south cards that you're not going to necessarily want to be in. If you look at the north-south cards, you got some issues on this hand. Wouldn't you say, Josh?
You don't have a fit. That's one thing, and you're a little light. I mean, you have values, but it looks like a little light of slam values.
Yeah, and
Right, 31 high
and no fit.
and no eight card fit.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, sometimes you get to a bad slam, but luck will have it as the way the cards crumble or get dealt, you can actually make this hand. And it was funny, there were three pairs that did choose to bid six no trump on this hand, and two of them made it. They're all couples actually. So if you are dating or you're married, you're likely to get to six no trump on this hand apparently. But it's basically the only way you can make this thing is to duck a heart and hope that they're breaking, right, guys? And as it turns
Tom
out,
got a good start when they
You
let a
need a
diamond to the queen.
somewhere.
you need an extra trick, and it happens at this table in the at trick one, right here. So diamond to the
There were
nine queen.
the two tables where it made it happened at trick one.
Yep, and then the other table will show you the down here. We don't need that right here.
I feel like you had good chances anyway because there's three suits, spades, clubs, and diamonds, and someone's guarding two of them, right?
Here's the other one. It was a spade lead, and here are the pollocks right here. So there is that. Duck a heart and pray that they're 3-3, and they are. There's 12 tricks. And then the one they went down, they have no shot, right, Aaron? We looked at that before, I think.
They have to finesse the nine of spades.
Yeah, got it. So it's
Curious to see
right
that.
here, and that is a tough one. This is Emma and Adam, another couple.
Ten of
that
heart
hearts
lead.
So heart lead, club back.
So the problem
The
here
club return is a
is
really strong play because attacking the split entry like this, the ace opposite the king, is really the key to breaking up a lot of squeezes, and there are a lot of squeeze chances on this hand.
right. On this hand, none of them work because the spades and diamonds are the two together, spades and diamond, both behind the spades and diamonds.
Yeah.
And we'll show you the pseudo squeeze basically here at the end, right? Or no, sorry, they tried to squeeze and they had no conversion here. They always have an answer for it. So this was the table.
They
that
tried to
went
keep
down.
all the threats. They were hoping that, and Adam did well. He kept the diamond threat, the potential club threat in his hand, the spade threat, but
It's Emma who did well.
Emma was playing this exactly.
I was playing it. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I always think South is playing it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And here it is, folks. It's just nothing you can do. Right?
Certainly kept it alive to the last moment. But yeah, the cards were all over the threats.
He just gets to respond. Okay, I don't need that card anymore. See you later. Right. So there it is.
And then I think she was not sure that her seven of clubs wasn't good because she played it.
Yeah.
Might as well. Yeah, I think you would know if your jack of diamonds was good.
Yeah. Right. Right. So there
I
it
don't
is,
mind.
folks.
If you're not 100% sure, I'd rather you tried to make it.
Right. Exactly. Well, you want to see what's going on right now in the action?
Sure.
Let's jump
Is
home.
anything
And,
good?
whoa, I
It's only
went too
been a
far.
couple minutes, right? A half an hour.
Have they started yet? They might not even. They have. They have.
They should have. It's
Oh,
it's
wait.
just started.
Mm,
No, half an hour.
am I right?
Starts in 3 minutes.
Starts in 3 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Was that called getting dirty? Was that what we just did?
I was.
Or are we
that
about to
was
get dirty?
that was called "Let's Get Dirty," and we got dirty. We got dirty with three
There was a hand
people that decided to bid a very very sketchy slam and made it.
I'm going to tell you a true story from
There was a
today.
hand
Can I hear it?
that I want to look at maybe. Because
So let's look at
people
the
were
hand.
asking
This was-
me about.
My story's not bridge related, but it's related to getting dirty.
Can we say it on air? Will the
Oh,
USBF
yeah,
be
absolutely. So-
pleased?
Today is my girlfriend's birthday, and she did something to me she's been promising to do for a long time, which is hit me in the face with a pie.
Oh my God! Thank you, Josh Don's girlfriend. Is she? Can I thank her in person? Thank you. Thank you.
She might appreciate it, but I don't think she's coming online.
Congratulations. Why is this? That was her birthday gift, huh? She wanted to smack you in the face with a pie.
I think it was like a bucket list thing, and also knowing that I really can't get her back today.
What kind of pie was it, Josh? Because
It was actually a pie tin full of whipped cream,
oh,
to be honest.
I mean, I would put her. I like banana cream or like coconut cream, like just. It's
I
tasty.
deserve one of those, I think. So I've been dirty today. I was just letting you know.
Got it. Got it. So I've been a lot of dirty
It's a
slams. By the
question
way,
of how you would handle a board.
talk
It's
to me
board 36.
from the fifth set.
36 is from the fifth set, yes.
There it is.
Which set is this? 36 is from set four.
Actually-
Set four.
I have board 36 right here from set 4. Yes.
Whatever. This is it, yes.
Yep.
So the question is when it goes a club, three diamonds to the south hand, what do you do?
Oh wow.
Quite a problem. I mean,
Is three spades.
you could double and show both suits. There are a few issues. One is partner is allowed to pass the negative double if they have some diamonds. and that wouldn't be ideal. And if partner bids 3-no trump, you have no idea what to do. You probably have missed a major suit fit, but how are you going to find it? And you certainly don't like 3-no trump very much with the south hand.
Is three spades too much?
That's the other
I
option.
I have a certain nagging suspicion that you're supposed to bid three spades and then four hearts because you make a negative double and like at one table at the Avery's table went three diamonds double four diamonds pass
Yeah,
pass. Now you
yeah.
sort of feel like you want to bid again, but if you double again, your
Okay.
partner's going to think you're much more balanced.
Sorry, folks. Here's the real hand. Excuse me. I had the wrong screen up there, but go ahead, Aaron.
So if when at this table it went three diamonds double pass, which seems a little weird to me. I think you might be willing to raise your partner with king fourth,
This one was
but
three hearts actually at this table,
well, three diamonds double. Oh, three diamonds, three hearts showing
which
spades.
showed spades, and then he got to show his hearts, which is kind of
Right, which is
a nice
perfect.
thing to have here for sure. But
So
yeah,
he decided to go
back here. Here's the three diamonds doubled, and then it goes four diamonds right away on your left, and it's just like okay, not
right.
North isn't in on it. What do
Yeah, I
you?
think I like three spades too, because if you double, you're basic, and if partner bids a major, you're going to raise it. If they bid 3-no trump, you're not going to want to pass it. So basically, you're just committing your side to game
The
anyway.
two bids,
If you're going
right?
to do that, you might as well not try to stop at 3-no trump or risk partner passing your double, you know?
I
Yeah,
agree. Start getting your suits in, bid three spades, and then four hearts.
Aaron. That's why you're great. You know, you're
Heavy
bringing
three diamond bid, by the
Which, if
way.
you'll
I mean,
you're
notice,
bringing the hands with you.
it's
this
kind of a
hand,
tactical three diamond bid because West is a passed hand. East can bid three diamonds a little heavier and give them a problem.
yes,
Right. Here we go.
I'm worried
Here's
about
another
missing
one
king.
where, wow, Sylvia chose not to bid four diamonds. That's interesting on this hand. And then
And now Alan
it went
Grace bid
three
three hearts because he had
hearts
nothing
and
to do.
easy four hearts with,
That got him to their four hearts.
yeah. But Alan's not loving that when, when he hears four hearts, but he gets to see what Sean has there. So
I
okay, we
understand
have
why she didn't bid four diamonds because sometimes it helps them like diagnose that they have a better fit for slam.
sure, yeah, and she can
But
see
I mean, I
maybe
probably would bid it, but it's got pluses and minuses to it.
she does have most of
But
her
one of the
points in
differences when you have an 11 part fit, yeah, it makes them actually, when they both have a singleton, they don't realize it's duplicated.
Right.
yeah,
Because
got it.
the West hand is weak enough that they would expect the opponents might have a slam sometimes if East didn't have a heavy three diamond bid. So
So
I think it's actually better to bid four diamonds and let them bid four of a major, which now it's not clear how strong that four of a major bid is. Whereas if you pass, they could jump to it. That's how I would be thinking.
let's
Right.
watch.
That's like the generic why the generic thought is the pressure level to bid if you want them to play an exactly game is one below their natural game because then it's very tempting for them to just bid the game and pass. Which
Right.
if you bid if you bid two levels below, they can jump to the game or make a slam try. And if you bid above game, once they've got to the five level, at times people will just bid six just because.
So this is a tough match for you to watch to jump into right now. It's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
It's Rosenthal and Derman. I don't even know if we should watch this match. Actually, your heart is torn too much.
Yeah, I think Aaron's head will spin until it flies off.
Let's see what else do we have. Well, can we actually let's jump into a match, but the teams that you think like which teams would you look at and say okay these are teams that are going to have a pretty good chance of being there. I would say this is probably one of them, the Millens
Millens.
team. Yeah, and you have
Yes.
Shan
They
Wang
won
and Sandra
they won
Imsad
last
playing.
year.
Yep.
I think it was it exactly this team? It might have been slightly different. It was pretty close to
it
this team.
it was exactly this team. I think it was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I remember they were all in Morocco. That's all I remember.
I think there might have been five of them and they added the sixth.
Something like that. They're
Aaron, let me
five-handed
Yeah, I
ask
right
think
what
now. Yeah.
let me look at the
they
north hand here. It goes a diamond pass. Would you consider anyone not showing your spades and just pretending you're
Well,
balanced?
of course I would. I with my
I would
partners, I
consider
would
it. I
be three
wouldn't
no
do
trump.
it.
I play with
I don't
Just
different
actually
ideas.
mind
because
showing unbalanced, but it kind of seems like oddly enough, it wrong sides in the spade suit. I mean, not just on this hand, but in general,
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
sure.
What would you do with
I sort of like telling them
Rosette?
not to play lead a spade.
Yeah.
But how's 3-0 going to do? You're probably going to lose. You have not a
Very
lot of
unfriendly.
tricks.
The hearts are off and not breaking, the spades off, and the diamonds are not breaking, although they can be picked up. But overall, it's not
Yeah,
very
then
friendly,
they're probably not going to.
right?
It feels
Yeah,
like 3-0's going down.
it feels like it also. and it's Sander playing it right now. So let's see if they.
It's going to be down one or two.
We don't have to watch too many boards, but I definitely want to see. Well, let's go back to the leaderboard position and get a sweat of who's left in the event, which is everybody basically, but who we think might be there. And the lead for Derman is pretty good so far.
It's pretty narrow. It's a pretty close lead.
It's from first to eighth. I mean, because the top eight teams qualify, and the way this is going to work, guys, is after they get the qualifiers, they reseed the field. There's no picking or anything like that. They add the seeding points for the winning of the round robin, and then they live seed it there. But you think Rosenthal, Millens, Derman doing very well. Pollock is a very good
Zhang
team.
is a pretty good team.
Rubenstein is a very good team.
They're doing.
Yes.
They're really off to a slow start there.
Yeah,
They've
very,
got some
very
firepower.
much
Yeah,
so.
they have a tough start, but they only have to climb up two places.
That's true, right? You're trying to get right there, folks, to the 8 spot, which is currently held by Carmichael. So you have 2 days of this stuff, and it's interesting, guys. Yeah, I have some pictures. I'm going to share that when I get home and get to upload the videos. But it's like a corridor of rooms where people are jumping in and out at their tablets, and now because it's around Robin, there's a little bit more movement. But how'd you feel getting stuck in that room all day, Aaron? Do you like the tablet experience? I haven't had a chance to ask you yet.
Uh, okay. I'm actually pretty agnostic for tablets versus cards. I
Okay,
like them both,
interesting. Yeah,
but I like the two people in a room is really nice.
that's what everybody
In other
says.
words, you don't have to worry about giving any UI to your partner. With what you say, you can describe your bids to your team, to your screenmate freely. You can joke around with them if you want to. There's a much more feeling of camaraderie when you're sitting in a room with just one person.
Yeah, and you get maybe sometimes a little bit more of a true read from your opponent, possibly as well, because they're it's
Yes, well,
private,
depends
maybe.
who they are.
Yeah, of course.
Well, some people are. There were some people who I'm friendly with, but who were clearly giving me sort of bullshit answers.
I see. I see.
And there were some
No,
people who were, by the way, incredibly honest,
Got it.
like to the point of telling me what their partner. There's, one of my least favorite things that anyone did. One of the most honest partnerships. I'm not complaining. Said, "What's your carding?" It's like we give count, attitude, or suit preference depending on what we think our partner needs. And
Okay.
my answer for every long-standing partnership, when that's your answer, is if you haven't discussed which one is which in all the different situations, your defense must really suck. So you must know which one it is in all the situations, and you must have discussed it. So
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 just tell us.
therefore,
Yeah.
just tell us.
Right.
Don't give me this bullshit.
Right.
Because the fact is, you have a much better chance of guessing than I do of what your partner will do. And the
yeah,
rules are
it's
not that you just state your explicit agreements.
Josh,
Partnership experience is part of your agreements.
what were you gonna say, Josh?
that's kind of the point I was just going to make is what he said is they maybe all they have said to each other is we tell partner what they need to know. But then over time you play with the person and you learn what they're expecting in most of the situations, and that becomes part of your agreements, even if no one ever said it explicitly.
Right.
So that's what you're supposed to tell.
Yeah.
I don't like the start of that. It sounds like they made 3-0 at one table,
Ooh, is that right?
Rosenthal table.
At the with the hand we were just watching, possibly. Yes.
Well, it's only this. I think so.
Yeah. So this is an interesting hand. That's a nice agreement to have right there. A Club of Heart 2-0 mixed with both minors. That's pretty nice.
It's a
Right. Well,
common
they play
agreement
that
when you
because
play. Oh, sorry. When you play precision, it's a common agreement, but not very much in standard. In fact, this might be the first time I've ever seen it in what looks like a kind of standardish
Yeah, like
system.
a
well, they're
two
not
plus
playing
option.
standard. They're playing T transfer Walsh. So a club could be either minor.
Ah, I
In other
see.
words, they could
So
be 3-3,
that's the
5-2.
usefulness of that thing. Nice.
That makes sense.
All right.
So transfer Walsh is very like a precision diamond when you open a club.
Josh, you Avery's going through the junior program now. Do you have fond memories from the experience?
I love those days. And, I look back and I wonder when it ended. Like, you know, at some point you become too old, which I think is 26.
Yes, sir.
I still feel connected to it and it's all my friends. And then 27, 28, and then I look back, I'm like, oh my God, now I'm like their fathers,
Right.
basically.
Yeah. Now you're
Like,
coaching.
when did that happen? It was so fun playing. I played one World Junior Championship, and I went to a few of the camps and played some smaller tournaments. It was just the best time. You made so many friends that I still have to this day.
Yep.
Had great teammates who became all the stars, and
Well,
it's very fun
you
memories.
took time off of bridge, but then came back to it at some point anyway, right? Like I did. I took maybe too much time off, but or maybe I
I
didn't.
mean, I got a job, and I
Yeah,
worked honestly from like
for a long time.
2004 to 2014. I have a long
Yeah,
time, but I still went to, even in that time, I went to like 2 out of 3 nationals a year,
yeah. You were still winning some titles in between there for sure.
entering anyway.
Well, guys, thank you very much. This is just we're just gonna jump in here at towards the end of each night in the round robin, and maybe tomorrow night we'll go a little deeper and see some of the end results. But this is just here for you guys to keep you updated, give you a little bit of perspective on the hands that
Sorry,
we
I
saw
don't want to
today.
interrupt. Did she just play
Go.
a club to the 9 on the first club? It's
I
kind of
bel
amazing.
I believe so. Let's see.
Pretty funny. I mean, it worked great.
It did go club to the 9, right? It went diamond. Sorry, let me get this
I thought
right.
this was worth cutting you off because it's so unusual, but it worked well. I mean, it wasn't really necessary either way, you might say. It might have prevented some kind of Trump promotion, even.
Here, there it is. So ace of diamonds, diamond to the king.
Oh, they're on defense. I'm
Yeah,
so
they're on
silly. That's what
defense.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they were declaring in clubs. So never
That's
mind. I cut you
Yeah,
off for
club
nothing.
to the 9 seems playing the 9 with the tens and dummy seems not that
Well,
abnormal.
yeah, if you were declaring, that's what I thought. Then it seemed like quite a play.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so if someone in the chat saying I'm unable to see any boards from match 5, so if you click on live, if you look at what I'm doing right here, if you can't see that, I'm on the live version. Always click on live, and this is the 6th set right here. They may not. It's possible they're having issues with the 5th set of boards, but I think we saw those. That's where we pulled that
We saw
board
this.
that
I
Aaron.
was looking at one there.
That's the board that we pulled from before as well. So, ooh, 2 spades with this hand. Is this is constructive? So yeah,
Fourth seat,
11 to
two-spades, so it's a little
13.
heavy.
Oh,
But
good. It was
Compton
fourth
did
seat.
something you don't see much, which is passing a 12 count.
Yeah.
You can see why he did it.
I mean, it
It's
is an
pretty
ugly
scattered
12
and it's vulnerable.
count. It's no good. All right, we'll leave it here. If you want to watch more bridge, folks, jump onto Love Bridge. Check it all out. We'll be back tomorrow. Aaron, thank you so much. In fact,
Thank you.
Aaron, you're gonna be our sideline reporter because I'm leaving Chicago tomorrow. So,
Well,
Aaron, we're gonna have to
I
give you
might or
that.
might not be.
Will you hold that microphone out to people and just kind of like, what are your thoughts on board 20? And
I, or what are your thoughts on Rob Barrington?
we don't need those thoughts. In fact, we can keep those sidelined with the reporting. But Jadon, thanks so much for joining. I'll see you guys
Thank
again,
you.
and we'll back to a full view graph schedule in the semifinals. But we'll keep updating you from Chicago and elsewhere. So thanks a lot, gentlemen, and thanks for
Great.
watching,
Thank
folks.
you.
See you soon.
Thanks for
Thank
inviting
you.
me.